I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time, stare at the ceiling while I hold back what's on my mind. And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say, I'm just fine. I'm not fine. Because I keep forgetting to change my title. Your title. I know, I changed it. I got it. I can't believe I forgot that. I can't believe. I was so excited. Also, I was able to move it over to Stream Elements, so it still works now. But hello. Hello, chat. What the fuck? How do I have no math, only Minecraft on... Huh? Why is that there? Why was that there? Why did I have that on my screen? How did that... Hello? Wait, shit. No. Okay. Oops. Hi, guys. Oh my god. My brain. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm having a hard day. I zooming and then laughing my socks off. You know what? I'm glad I'm funny enough. But hi. How's everybody doing? I am so sorry for that mess up. We are good now. It is a good stream to have audio only. Yes, it is. Mask is playing. Yeah. The fact is, I'm not okay. I can help I'm failing all my classes. That's true. And I need classes. I just really wish that I could pass this. Oh my god, chat. I'm so excited. Also, yeah, stream. Oh, okay. Ad time. Woo, baby. You guys get ads. If you don't want an ad, become a sub. You won't see me crying. I'll just keep on smiling. I think cry. You're gonna get an ad too. Oh wait, no. Do mods get ads? I don't think mods get ads. Support your streamer. Airing too much. You're not missing anything. We're not starting yet. Oh no. But yeah. Apologize, chat. I am so sorry for one, not knowing the title. Two, moving up the time for stream. This is a very weird time for me to stream. I got a Billy ad? Oh, hell yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Finally here for a live stream. Let's go! Welcome, Mozzarella. Yeah, today's an earlier stream just because of some stuff, but it's going to be fun. And we got some 2 exciting chapters coming up. I'm so excited. No, I'm not going to lie. I saw a little bit of it because I do like the stuff behind the scenes. So I saw a little bit, but it's okay. Because guess what? Hold on. Hold on. Because today's a good day. Today's a good day. Steaks. You miss all the shots that you don't take. I really wanna. But can't change my clothes. I just wanna anyways.
Lamau?
Lamau? I'm a funky little guy. I'm a funky little guy that doesn't know how to change Twitch title.
I know, I have to tell you every time.
Okay, it's because I get so excited. You know what?
Fair enough.
It's fair enough, huh? Fair enough. I would think
Fair
so.
enough.
Fair enough. Yo, Zumi Zub, or Zuba.
How are you?
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I am... I'm excited for Tommy Tuesday, that's for sure.
Me too. This is one of my, favorite chapters.
Wait, which one is it? Which one is it? 17 or 18?
17. 17 and 19 are some of my favorites.
Ooh, so we got 2 of your favorite chapters coming up. So we got one today and then one time the next time.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm excited. Okay, I think the ad is over. So, it is up. We have, let me see. I'm going to just change the playlist because I did look up a TOMMYINNITS Clinic for Supervillains playlist. We're going to go with that.
Yo.
It's going to be very quiet though.
Oh, fair enough.
And then let me just make sure that audio? We are good. Okay, cool.
Alright.
The Gay Ducky, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Okay, so, chat. As always, all follows, raids,
hello,
and bits will be thanked at the end of the chapter. Thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I will be. We are for what is it? What is the word? There's like an actual word for it. And I couldn't remember. It's
What
okay.
word?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of a word, but I can't remember what the word was. So,
What if the word was word?
Oh, true. Word.
Word.
Word. But yeah, we'll be waiting for. Oh yes. Oh my god, I forgot.
What?
My pride emotes. I have one of them up. I forgot about that. It's a follower emote. I finally got that uploaded. So yeah.
Kit Sag Pride.
Kit Sag Pride.
Yay!
The emotes are done, but I don't have enough slots to do all of them, so I'm gonna do the Pride and the Progress Pride. Those are the ones that I have.
Y'all better subscribe.
Actually, they're follower emotes. They're follower emotes.
What else do you have for a follower emote?
The other, for the follower emotes, it's because those are the only 2 slots that I had open.
Oh, 2 slots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
so
have 2?
it's because I have
What?
3 follower emotes already that were made by Cry.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I understand now.
Oh my god.
Gesundheit.
Oh my god.
Stop dying.
Okay. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I got the thing pulled up to read
Okay.
the trigger warnings.
Yeah. Okay. So we are ready. So remember, Rotting Lotus, thank you for the follow. But after this, no more. I don't read out and I don't read chat. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
I am ready. Go ahead.
All right. Chapter 17, Dreaming of a Better Place. Things seem off, and Tommy can't figure out why. Trigger warnings for this chapter. They're different than usual, according to the author. Usual descriptions of wounds, minor dissociation, somewhat derealization, heavy themes of unreality, and struggling to distinguish what's real.
Make sure you guys look through those. Take care of yourself if you need to step away. And we're going to get started. Okay. I still don't know how you managed to get stabbed in the foot. It was that bitch 404. Fucker's got stupidly good aim. Tommy snorted as he pressed the gauze against Siren's foot, blood soaking the cotton and making him quickly switch it out for a new handful. It was just the 2 of them in the back room of the cafe tonight. Siren had showed up with a knife sticking out of his boot, and now Tommy was kneeling against the tile floor, trying not to wrinkle his nose as he tried to figure out the best angle to heal Siren's foot from.
Better get it dodging then, lame ass, Tommy teased, moving the gauze away and placing his hands on his foot. He closed his eyes, feeling warmth pool from his hands as his energy seeped into the wound. In front of him, he could hear Siren sigh in relief. And by the time Tommy opened his eyes, he saw Siren was slumped against the floor. Oh, thank you, Tommy, Siren breathed, looking much more relaxed than he had been a few moments before. That hurt like a bitch. No shit, Tommy huffed, moving his hands away and standing up to wash them off in the sink.
When he turned the sink on, there was a split second where the water pouring out of the faucet looked as if it were blood red. But then Tommy blinked and it was normal water. Must have been a trick of the light. Shaking his head, Tommy washed off his hands, watching Siren's blood trail down the drain in lazy swirls. Then he used a towel to dry them and moved back to sit next to Siren, who was now leaning against the wall. You're such a good kid, Toms, Siren said, smiling at him and reaching out a hand to rest on his shoulder.
The gesture felt so familiar. It was something Wilbur would do sometimes when they were chatting. Just a gentle squeeze of his shoulder, with Wilbur's calloused fingertips dragging roughly against his sweater fabric. Glancing at Siren's hands, he noticed how there were similar callous marks on Siren's fingertips. He gulped. Tommy shoved away his first thought in favor of wondering if Siren played guitar too. Stop lying to yourself, a voice in his head suddenly echoed.
Stiffening, Tommy whipped his head around, trying to figure out where the voice had come from. He glanced around the cafe backroom for anyone who could have said that, but only saw Siren giving him a concerned look. Are you all right? Siren asked, cocking his head slightly. He opened his mouth to reply that yes, he was totally fine, but instead he found himself hesitating. There was something off about Siren. Although the twist of his smile was painfully familiar, along with the messy curls that fell over his forehead and the casual way he was still holding onto Tommy's shoulders, something wasn't right.
It was in his voice. His voice changer was still on, but it sounded different than normal. Was it running out of battery? Tommy? Sorry, I'm fine, Tommy said, shaking his head and placing his hands on the tile floor to try and ground himself. Just zoned out for a second. But he wasn't fine. As he pressed his palms against the floor, he expected to feel the icy tiles jabbing into his skin. Instead, the floor was warm. The floor of the cafe back room was never warm.
You know who Siren is. Stop pretending you don't. The same voice echoed in his head again. Tommy frowned. No, I don't. Shut the fuck up, he whispered back. Tommy? Who are you talking to? Siren asked, looking more concerned with every passing second. Just ask him. Point blank. I'm sure he'll tell you.
Shut up! Tommy hissed again, twisting his fingers into his hair. The hand on his shoulder moved, and Siren crouched down in front of him. Tommy, can you hear me? What's going on? Shutting his eyes to avoid looking at Siren's face, Tommy shook his head. Siren, I think I need a minute alone. You're such an idiot, letting him get away with these lies.
I don't want to leave you, not when you seem this upset. And fuck, of course Siren had to sound so goddamn caring when he said that. Just like, no, he wasn't going to think of that. He wasn't going to let himself think of who Siren reminded him of. Coward. Shut up! Tommy shouted, clenching his jaw as he pulled at his hair, wincing at the sharp pain that flashed across his soul. Siren, please, for the love of God, give me a minute alone.
Siren sucked in a sharp breath, and Tommy expected more arguing, but after a few moments, he heard footsteps leading away, and listened as the door to the alley clicked shut. Breathing a sigh of relief, Tommy slumped against the wall, letting his hands fall out of his hair. He placed them on the tile again and found that it was still warm. It shouldn't be warm. It's obvious when you take a minute to think about it.
Tommy wasn't sure if the voice was referring to the floor being warm or who Siren reminded him of, but he didn't really care either way. What he did care about, however, was the fact that the voice was much, much louder now. Just open your eyes. Stop being such a pussy. I'm not being a pussy. Yes, you fucking are.
When the voice was no longer an echo in his head, Tommy's eyes flew open, and he shrieked when he saw a familiar face filling up his vision. It was him. Tommy. It was his own face staring back at him. He was reminded of the time Jester had copied his face as a joke, but it was 10 times more unsettling because, unlike with Jester, this thing was speaking with his own voice too. What the shit? Tommy yelped, pressing himself against the wall. Who the fuck are you? The other Tommy huffed in laughter. Please tell me you're not stupid enough to not recognize your own face. I mean, I know you're pretty face blind, but you should recognize yourself when you're talking to him.
Tommy scowled. Am I dreaming? You better fucking hope you're dreaming, or else you're gonna have to start looking for a therapist, the other Tommy teased, although there was nothing light in his voice. This was weird, talking to himself like this. Even though it had to have been a dream, it still made something cold settle in his gut, and he wanted to wake up as soon as possible. Why are you here? Tommy asked, narrowing his eyes at the other him.
I don't know. You tell me. The other Tommy shrugged. Seems to me like you got some internal issues you need to work out. Mostly involving your favorite supervillain. There's nothing to work out, Tommy spat. I'm not trying to find out Siren's identity. But you already know it. You're just lying to yourself. The other him taunted. I don't know his identity, Tommy shot back. There are plenty of guys in the city with brown hair who play guitar.
That's not just it, is it though? The other him said, leaning in close. There's more you're picking up on. Gritting his teeth, Tommy tried to ignore the images flashing through his mind. The familiar laugh, the way he spoke, the way in which he'd sling his arm over Tommy's shoulders as if he'd done it 1,000,000 times before. Fuck off! Tommy shouted, lunging forward to push the other self back. It's just a coincidence! That's what he was going to keep telling himself, even if a part of him wondered if he was just setting himself up for the same kind of pain that he went through when he found out about Tebo and Rambu being Nuke and Ender.
Want to wake up? Tommy growled at his other self. Wake me the fuck up! The other him smiled, and it sent a shiver down his spine. Fine. Your choice. And just like that, the world around Tommy began to fade. Colors bled out of the black of the cafe, and Tommy squeezed his eyes shut as he slowly lost awareness of everything. A few beats passed. Then Tommy jolted awake.
Bolting upright, Tommy glanced around wildly, taking in the familiar sight of his room at the soot house. Shit. That was a weird fucking dream. Breathing a sigh of relief, Tommy wrapped his arms around himself and struggled to steady his racing heart. That dream was strange, but it wasn't anything to think too hard about. He shook his head to try and forget it, even though the events kept replaying in his mind. His own voice, taunting him, telling him he knew the truth even if he was pretending he didn't.
No, he didn't know anything. Fuck that voice in his head. After a few minutes of calming down, Tommy forced himself to climb out of bed. He should probably go downstairs and see what time it was. As Tommy headed down the stairs, he trailed his hand along the wall, listening as a babble of voices echoed up the floors. It seemed like Wilbur, Techno, and Phil were already awake. He focused on the bumpy texture of the wall brushing against his fingertips, and the cool wood against his bare feet. It was fine. He was fine. It was all just a dream. When he got downstairs, he heard a lot more voices than just Wilbur, Phil, and Techno's. Frowning, Tommy crept around the corner, peering into the living room, before gasping at the sight that greeted him.
The entire fucking syndicate was sitting in the living room. Nemethus and Thanatos were crammed together on one corner of the couch, each of them holding a plate of pancakes on their laps and chatting animatedly to one another. Jester was settled on the opposite side, holding a glass of orange juice in one hand and waving his other hand while talking to Daedalus. Rosethorn was sitting in the middle of the couch, with blades settled on the floor in front of her, and she was carefully braiding the flowing pink hair that was usually kept hidden under his skull. As soon as he peeked his head around the corner, someone was throwing their arm around his shoulders. "Tommy!" Siren cheered, pulling him into the living room so everyone could see him. "You're finally awake!"
"We were worried about you, mate," Zephyrus said. Tommy noticing he was standing at the kitchen stove, flipping pancakes in his fully veiled outfit like nothing about that was strange. Tommy blinked, his mind stumbling over what he was saying. What the hell are you guys here? Why the hell are you guys here? He managed to spit out, shrugging Siren's arm off of him. "We just thought we'd stop by and visit," Rosethorn told him, giving him a sweet smile. "We wanted to check in on you," Daedalus added, nodding at him.
"But what about the people who actually fucking live here? Phil, Techno, Wilbur?" Tommy kept whipping his head around, but he didn't see any of them. Only the masked syndicate members. "Oh, don't worry about them. They know we're here," Zephyrus explained with a grin in his voice. For some reason, the words made a shiver run down Tommy's spine. Something was still wrong about this. "What the fuck are you all doing here? Seriously?" Tommy hissed, backing away from the syndicate members.
"We just wanted to make sure you were okay," Nemesis said, seeming hurt by his suspicion. That doesn't make sense," Tommy muttered, shaking his head as he pressed his back against the wall. He pressed his hand to the glass, knowing that this time of the morning the glass was still cold to the touch, since this window didn't see the sun until the afternoon. The glass was warm. Tommy frowned. Am I still dreaming?" he whispered to himself. There was a harsh laugh that grated on his ears, and Tommy scowled as a flash of blonde sprinted down the stairs and bounced into the living room.
"Took you longer than I thought it would to figure it out," the other Tommy said, smirking at him. At his appearance, all the syndicate members seemed to freeze in place, as if they had been paused in a movie. "Fine, I failed your stupid fucking test. Can I please wake up for real this time?" Tommy snapped. Maybe not. It's up to you to figure out if you're dreaming or not." The other Tommy shrugged. "I mean, if you're still dreaming, it's probably because you got a lot on your mind, like how comfortable Zephyrus seemed to be in Phil's kitchen." "Shut the fuck up and just wake me up," Tommy said, squeezing his eyes shut again. The other Tommy snorted at that, then he clapped his hands and the world faded away once more.
It was dark. He was laying on something soft. Tommy blinked open his eyes and found himself staring at his ceiling once again. Was this real?
Sitting up in his bed, Tommy looked around the room and saw nothing out of the ordinary. His backpack was on the floor, his sheets were rumpled, and he was wearing one of Wilbur's old sweatshirts. Tommy ran his hands up and down his arms, feeling the fabric tug against his skin. Did everything feel floaty, or was that just his imagination? Twisting in his bed, he pressed his hand against the glass of his window and couldn't tell if it was warm or cold. It was somewhere in between. Reaching his hands up, he twisted his fingers around his hair, tugging hard and yelping when pain flashed through him. That had felt pretty damn real. But then again, the pain had felt real before when he was in the back room of the cafe with Siren.
Pulling his knees up to his chest, he whimpered quietly as he dug his nails into his palms. Was this real? He couldn't tell. It didn't feel like a dream, but how the hell was he supposed to trust what was a dream and what wasn't? His heart rate quickened. What if this wasn't real? What if he was just trapped in a never-ending spiral of dreams? Stumbling to his feet, Tommy rushed out the door of his bedroom. If he got downstairs and the syndicate was sitting on his fucking couch again, he'd know this was a dream. There. He had to look for stuff that was out of the ordinary. Dreams were always weird like that. The smell of food wafted up to greet Tommy as he rushed down the steps. The wood floor was cool against his feet, and he ran into the living room, half expecting to find the entire syndicate waiting for him, just like before.
But the living room was empty. In the kitchen, Tommy saw Techno's pink hair, pink braids swinging behind him as he moved between the stove and the counter. And he realized that Techno seemed to be in the midst of making hash browns. Techno? Tommy tried, carefully creeping towards the kitchen as he searched for any sign of the other Tommy. Techno glanced up at him through a few strands of hair that had fallen in his face. Hello, he greeted, grabbing a spatula and using it to stir the potatoes in the pan. I was just making breakfast if you want some. Where are Phil and Phil? Tommy asked, still unsure if it was real or not.
Doing work stuff. You know how it is. Techno shrugged. They'll be back in a few hours, though. Huh. Everything seemed normal enough. It wasn't unusual for Tommy to wake up to one or more of the SUT members missing, because they were off doing work-related stuff. Not to mention the floor was still cold, and the nails he was digging into his palm still hurt. It didn't feel like a dream at all. Okay, Tommy said, his shoulders slacking a bit as he slid into a chair at the kitchen island counter. What are you making? Techno held up the pan for him to see. Hash browns. If you want some eggs, I can make some for you too, but I was planning on just eating these.
Just hash browns is fine, thank you, Tommy said, tapping his fingers along the granite countertop. Techno hummed and looked back to the pan, using the spatula to flip the potatoes every once in a while. As the minutes passed in relative peace, Tommy began to relax more and more. It seemed like he'd finally woken up from that trippy-ass dream and couldn't be more relieved. Still, he couldn't ignore the nagging feeling in the back of his head. There was something important he was forgetting about, something that was wrong with the scene in front of him. Suddenly, Techno let out a hiss of pain, and Tommy was pulled out of his thoughts.
Techno hissed, holding his left hand while moving the pan off the stove. He walked over to the sink and turned the faucet on, sticking his bright red palm underneath the cold water. Tommy didn't think before he was standing up to walk over to the sink. Yeah, I can help, he said to Techno. Techno raised an eyebrow at him. While Tommy hadn't technically told Techno and Phil about his healing powers, he'd assumed that Wilbur would have mentioned it at some point. But judging by the skepticism on Techno's face, he wasn't so sure anymore. Either way, though, he trusted Techno. It wasn't like he had a problem with him knowing, and he figured it would have come up eventually. Besides, he wasn't just going to let the man deal with a burn on his hand while Tommy could fix it in seconds. He knew all too well how burns on your hands could be annoying as hell thanks to that stupid espresso machine.
Give me your hand, Tommy said, holding out his own. Techno frowned but didn't say anything as he gave Tommy his injured hand. Tommy eyed the burn, wincing at the shiny, bright red skin that was already starting to peel. As gently as he could, he placed his own hand on top of the burn and closed his eyes as the energy began to pour out of him. There was a familiar orange glow behind his eyes. It only took a few seconds for the burn to disappear, and when Tommy let go of his hand, his only side effect was a lingering warmth in his own fingers. You're a healer, Techno said, staring at his palm with an unreadable expression.
I'm big man, Tommy replied, smiling at him. Well, that's pretty good, I suppose. Techno huffed, dropping his hand back down to his side. Gives you some actual use around here instead of just taking up space. The words hit Tommy like a punch to the chest. He reeled back, meeting Techno's flat stare and wondering if this was some kind of mean joke he wasn't understanding. It was possible that this was just another one of Techno's deadpan quips that he wasn't reading correctly, but it didn't feel like the man's usual jabs. Well, is that a joke? Tommy asked, his voice small.
No. All you do around here is eat our food and take up space. At least as a healer, you can do something for us instead of just being a mooch, Techno continued, meeting his gaze calmly. I mean, why else would we keep you around? You know how annoying you are. Tommy winced at the cruel words thrown his way, wrapping his arms around himself as he tried to shove down the burning in his eyes. Of course he knew he was annoying. All his foster families had told him dozens of times over. It wasn't a secret that people didn't like him at first, but he thought he'd never hear Techno say the same thing to him. But I thought you guys didn't mind me having me here. Tommy's question came out as more of a squeak, but his thoughts were spiraling too much to let him be embarrassed about it. Techno snorted. No. Will just wanted us to tell you that so you'd be willing to stick around. After all, it's not like he wants to get rid of a healer either.
Tommy gulped. That's not true. Wilbur doesn't find me annoying. Are you sure? Techno raised an eyebrow. Or do you think he just knows a good opportunity when he sees one? No. No, that couldn't be true. Wilbur had befriended Tommy and started inviting him out long before he knew Tommy had healing powers. He only found out about Tommy's powers that first day he came over to the Soot House. Unless he was Siren. Then he would have known about Tommy's powers the first time he came into the cafe.
But Wilbur wasn't Siren. Sure, they were similar, but the two weren't the same, and he refused to believe it. You're lying. Tommy choked out, his throat closing in on itself. If you want to keep believing in your little fairy tales, you can. I'm just trying to tell you the truth since no one else will. Techno huffed, stepping back over to the pan and resuming his cooking. Tommy stumbled away from the kitchen, his eyes burning as he tried to fight the tears threatening to pour down his cheeks. Techno found him annoying, and he claimed Wilbur and Phil did too. Had it really all just been a lie? An act made up to keep their precious healer close? No, it didn't make sense. Wilbur didn't find out about his healing powers until they had already become friends because he wasn't Siren.
Tommy leaned against the wall opposite to Techno. The man had gone back to his cooking, seemingly uncaring about the breakdown Tommy was having. There was a twinge in Tommy's palm as he wrapped his arms around himself, and he realized he'd been digging his nails even harder into his palms than he meant to. Looking at the skin on his hands, Tommy felt the familiar tingling in his blood telling him to heal the wounds. There was something off about his hand. He'd broken the skin with his nails. There were half-moon crescent shapes dotted around his palm, but there was no blood spilling out. Reaching down, he gently tugged one of the crescent moons apart, and he saw that, yep, that had definitely broken the skin. But the blood flowing underneath was staying in place, not dripping out onto the floor. That wasn't normal. Wait.
The puzzle pieces fell into place when Tommy heard his own laughter ring throughout the kitchen again. Okay. Sorry. I'm done for real this time, I promise, the other Tommy said, stepping into the kitchen from the garage. I don't even want to talk to you right now. Just please wake me up, Tommy whispered, closing his eyes and leaning against the wall. Will do, big man, the other him replied, and once again, the world faded out.
There was darkness. He could feel his heart thumping steadily in his chest. Warm blankets were wrapped around him. A hand was gripping his own.
Tommy's eyes flew open, gasping awake like a man returned from the dead. He whipped his head around, seeing that he was in his own room still, but he wasn't alone this time. Wilbur had a chair pulled up next to the bed. There were deep bags under his eyes, and he had his hand wrapped around Tommy's, holding him like he was afraid he would float away. Tommy's head was spinning as he was overwhelmed with relief that the things Techno said were just part of those fucked up dreams, but he still wasn't sure if he was awake or not. Will? Tommy whispered, his voice strangely hoarse. Wilbur's eyes widened as he met Tommy's gaze, a bright smile spreading across his face. Holy shit, Toms, you're awake! Oh my god, we've been so worried!
Worried? Tommy asked, frowning. The smile fell from Wilbur's face. Do you not remember what happened? What do you mean? Something troubled settled over Wilbur's expression. Dream kidnapped you. We were on the phone when it happened. And suddenly it all came flooding back.
Talking with Nemesis and Thanatos, helping Monica and Aurelian, talking to Wilbur about what movie to watch when he got home, only to be greeted with a porcelain smiling face and a pair of white goggles. Holy shit. He'd been kidnapped by Dream in 404. Holy fuck. I remember, Tommy whispered, sitting up to wrap his arms around himself. I don't remember what happened after 404 put me to sleep, though. Wilbur pressed his lips into a thin line. You got rescued by the Syndicate, but you were stuck with Dream for a few days. You were unconscious when they found you, and no one was able to wake you up. We think it might have been 404's ability to keep you in some sort of coma, but I guess it finally wore off.
Shit. That made sense. Although Tommy wasn't sure why 404 would keep him in a coma for the entirety of his captivity. Maybe he and Dream had planned to use him as a bargaining chip with the Syndicate? Although from what Wilbur said, that didn't seem... Wait. You know about the Syndicate? Tommy whispered, staring at Wilbur with wide eyes. Wilbur nodded. Yeah, I know.
And you're Siren? He wanted to ask. But he didn't want to ask that either, because after that dream with Techno, he was terrified of the implications that would come with Wilbur being Siren. Maybe he wanted to believe that Wilbur actually cared about him for just a little while longer. And you're okay with that? He asked instead, bringing his knees up to his chest. Wilbur's face softened. Of course I am. You were helping people, trying to do what was right. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Tommy breathed a sigh of relief, even as his suspicions continued to linger in the back of his mind. "I'm sorry I didn't tell you," he whispered. "You don't have anything You don't have anything to apologize for," Wilbur reassured him. "I'm just glad you're okay." And despite the little voice in the back of his head screaming at him that Wilbur didn't actually care, that Wilbur was just using him, Tommy found himself leaning forward anyway.
Wilbur hugged him tightly, and Tommy buried his face into his shoulder, letting himself sink into his older brother's warmth. He was okay. Dream wasn't here, and he had been rescued. He was safe. Everything was fine. Still, hugging Wilbur, Tommy lifted his head out of Wilbur's shoulder and blinked open his eyes, gaze flickering towards the window by his bed. Then he froze. Because when he looked out of the glass panes, Tommy realized he couldn't see anything outside.
It was as if there was a white void sitting outside his window. It wasn't fog. Fog was never this thick and this opaque. Instead, it seemed like the entire soot house was sitting in a chunk of a video game that hadn't loaded yet, an empty space of pure nothingness. Tommy was still hugging Wilbur, and he could feel Wilbur's hands carting through his hair. He wanted to sink into it, to not think about the void outside the glass and let himself be comforted by his brother. But the nagging in the back of his head had turned into full-on shouting. This wasn't real.
Tommy was still dreaming. And if his memory served, and if his memory is right, and he had really been kidnapped by Dream in 404, then he knew exactly why his dreams had been so fucked. Tommy pulled away from the hug. Wilbur let out a noise of confusion, but Tommy ignored it as he shoved the blankets off of his legs and stumbled to his feet. "Where are you going?" Wilbur asked, as Tommy headed to the door.
"Find someone," Tommy replied, swinging open the door to his bedroom and rushing into the hall. 404 was an interesting hero for sure. Unlike Dream, he didn't do many things for publicity, preferring to stay out of the public eye unless Dream dragged him to some press conference or interview. But more than that, the most interesting thing about 404 was his power, and how unique it was compared to most. 404 had the ability to make people fall asleep with a single touch. But it wasn't just that. He could also enter someone's mind while they slept and manipulate their dreams. While this aspect of his abilities wasn't often used in fights, it was one of the Hero Committee's preferred methods of interrogating suspects, given how it wasn't torture, which was obviously illegal, yet it was extremely effective. 404 would enter the suspect's dreams and manipulate the dreams into revealing the information he needed. "Where the fuck are you, you stupid bastard?" Tommy screamed into the house, whipping his head around for any sign of the other Tommy.
"Tommy, what's going on?" Wilbur asked, standing in the doorway to his room. "Stop hiding like a pussy and talk to me!" Tommy shouted again, ignoring the fake Wilbur completely. "Mate, what's going on?" Phil asked, appearing to the stairs. "Is something wrong?" Techno chimed in, looking as though he was ready to fight someone.
Tommy laughed, and it was a horrible, grating sound. That piece of shit was really going all out to try and convince him this was real, wasn't he? "I'm not falling for this shit again!" Tommy yelled, not even acknowledging Phil and Techno's presence. "I know I'm dreaming, so get the fuck out here!" "Tommy, you're not dreaming," Phil told him in a gentle voice, holding his hands up placentingly. "Yes. I know you're probably... Yeah, sure. I know you're probably freaked out after Dream took you, but... Stop it!" Tommy snapped. "I'm not stupid. I know this isn't real." He backed up until he hit the railing of the stairs, shrinking back as Techno, Phil, and Wilbur all began to close in on him.
"Just calm down and take a moment to breathe," Wilbur said. "I promise we got you out." "But you didn't! I know you didn't because I can't tell that this isn't real!" Tommy insisted. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't. This wasn't real, or else he'd be able to see outside the windows. "You fucked up the windows again, 404. That's how I know." "Tommy, tell us what's wrong with the windows." Techno was talking as though he were speaking to a scared animal, and in a way, Tommy figured that's what he was right now. A scared animal trapped in a corner, ready to bite his way out of it if it came down to it. "I can't see out of them," he explained. "There's nothing outside, just white fucking void."
Techno opened his mouth again, but Tommy spoke before he could. "You're not going to be able to convince me otherwise. I know I'm right." There was a beat of silence. And then, just like that, Techno, Wilbur, and Phil all froze in place, as if a pause button had been hit on them. The door to Wilbur's bedroom opened, and Tommy watched the other Tommy stroll out with a grin on his face.
I'll admit it, I wasn't expecting you to figure it out this time, the other him taunted. Narrowing his eyes, Tommy shoved past the frozen figures and barreled straight into the copy of himself. With a loud shriek, he slammed the other Tommy against the wall, holding his arm up on his chest to press him back into the plaster. This isn't going to work! I figured it out, you fucking bastard! Tommy hissed. The other Tommy laughed, not trying to fight against the grip Tommy had on him. Then, as if a Photoshop layer was being turned down in opacity, Tommy watched his own face fade away, leaving 404 in the place of the other Tommy.
Well, it was worth a shot, don't you think? 404 said, now speaking in his own voice. Sure it was, but it didn't fucking work, you lame-ass bitch, Tommy shot back, pressing the hero further into the wall. So let me wake up for real this time. 404 shrugged. All right, I can do that. But just trust me when I tell you that this would have been a much easier way of doing things. And once again, the world began to fade to black around Tommy. But something about it felt different this time. It was heavier, as if the darkness was quite literally swallowing him whole. Then, everything went dark, and Tommy was gone.
Tommy's head hurt. His ears were ringing as he slowly came to. He was sitting on something hard and cold, and his back arched from where he was hunched over. Blinking open his eyes, the first thing he saw was his feet being tied to the legs of a wooden chair. When Tommy tried to move his arms, he was met with resistance and realized his wrists were tied down as well. Then, he heard footsteps walking towards him, and his heart leapt into his throat. Whipping his head up, he saw Dream walking towards the chair he was tied to. They seemed to be in some sort of abandoned warehouse, with rotting wood walls and stained concrete floors.
Behind Dream, 404 was leaning against a wall, smirking at him. Tommy would have flipped him off if he was able to lift his hand. Tommy! Glad to see you're finally awake. Did you sleep well? Dream asked, leaning down so he was at eye level with Tommy. Tommy narrowed his eyes. What the hell are you planning on doing with me besides fucking with my dreams? Dream leaned in closer, and despite the mask, Tommy could tell he was smiling underneath it as well. That's an easy one. We just want to ask you a few questions, Dream explained.
What, like an interrogation? Tommy asked, deepening his scowl so Dream couldn't see the fear those words struck onto him. It doesn't have to be an interrogation. We don't want this to turn ugly, so if you just answer our questions, it'll be easier for all of us, Dream told him, resting a hand on Tommy's shoulder. The Syndicate has hurt a lot of people, and I just want to stop them from doing that anymore. Fucking bastard. Acting like he was a good guy here when he tried to kill everyone in the Syndicate 10 times over. What do you want to know? Tommy pushed.
Dream squeezed his shoulder. But it wasn't like when Wilbur or Siren did it. It wasn't meant as a gesture of comfort, but as a threat. I want you to tell me the civilian identities of everyone in the Syndicate. End of chapter 17.
Oh my god, the techno part, I literally am holding back pain.
I heard you like making noise.
Yeah. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Oh. It's such a good chapter.
Were you scared, chat?
Were you scared, champ? Were you scared, champ, chat? Scared,
You like
champ.
the exception part? I love those parts so much because it fricks with your mind, bro.
That's so freaking cool. Like, because I had to kind of like look through it, right? Because I was reading the highlights and stuff, so I had like seen little glimpses, and I was like, holy shiz, like this is gonna hurt. And I know that chapter 18, like it's like, I know chapter 18 is like that one. I'm really excited for chapter 18. I'm really excited.
forgot what chapter 18 is because I always skip it and go to chapter 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, the summary says Dream and Tommy talk, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah. Let's see. Do we need a lore recap? Do you think we need?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm eating, so.
Okay. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Lore recap. So, if you guys didn't know, in the previous chapters before 17, Tommy got kidnapped by Dream and 404. So he's now captured. So he's going through like all these dreams and stuff, and he's like figuring out how it's fake and stuff because the tile is warm and the window is warm and there's nothing outside the window. So he's like figuring it out, trying to go against himself, like trying to figure out, whoa, is this a dream or is this real and stuff like that. And techno's mean and no, it can't be real. Anyways, so he goes, and so he goes through it, and then that's kind of like, then he finally figures it out. And 404 is like, you should have just said You should have just tried to tell me during the dream because this is gonna suck. And that's it. But yeah. So who are the villains? The villains, like, as in the syndicate?
Like the actual villains of the universe, or like the...
Yeah, because
like...
the thing is, like, it's I'm realizing that this is very morally gray, this whole story.
Yeah.
Like, the heroes are bad, the villains can be good. Like, there's no, like, good or bad. But, like, the villains, as in, like, TOMMYINNITS Clinic for Supervillains that he's healing, those are the syndicate. So, yeah. Man, if Twitch and try to listen to a fanfic. Universe? Okay.
Okay,
so
the heroes are more seen as, like, the antagonists rather than, like, villains.
Yeah.
So...
Like, it's just that it's kind of like anti-heroes, where it's like, they do good things in a bad way, or like they try to do good in bad, or by being bad. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
How bad
Can I be? I'm just saying what comes naturally. I cannot be. But yeah, that's, yeah, so the villains of the universe are like Siren, Zephyrus, Blade, kind of like all that stuff. Let's see. But yeah. So yeah, I think, are you ready for chapter 18? I'm really excited for chapter 18. It's a lot of monologue, FYI. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun! Woo!
Yeah!
Okay. It is we are getting ready. Over Bluebird, thank you for the follow. Lavender Live, thank you for the follow. And Judo 8, thank you so much for the follow. And then Cry, if you're still here, thank you for the resub. Let's freaking go. Resub! But yeah, thank you. And again, all the other stuff will be read at the very end of the chapter. But yeah. Okay. You ready, Julie Berry?
Yes.
Yeah, pop off.
Okay, chapter 18.
Woo.
Questioning. Dream and Tommy talk. And then trigger warnings for this chapter. Brief mention of past child abuse.
Take care of yourself. Make sure if you need to step away, you do. Okay. Boom.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me the identities of everyone in the syndicate. Dream's words echoed in his mind, sending a shiver down Tommy's spine as he struggled to keep his expression neutral. He couldn't admit the truth. He didn't know the identities of anyone in the syndicate, save for Nemesis' name. They had been so careful to keep that from him just in case a situation like this came up. But judging by Dream's tone, the way he was leaning into Tommy like a predator assessing their prey, Tommy had a feeling he wasn't going to believe him even if he told the truth. So instead, Tommy did the most logical thing he could think of.
He spit on Dream's mask. There was a heavy silence as Dream stared blankly at Tommy. Tommy's spit trailing down the front of the porcelain. Then, Dream took a deep breath and straightened up, and Tommy braced himself to be slapped. That's what they did in interrogations, right? He was probably about to get the shit slapped out of him. Dream curled his hands into fists, but then took a second, very deliberate breath, as if he was struggling to keep his composure. That was rude, Dream said in a flat voice.
There's your answer, Tommy hissed, narrowing his eyes at the hero. I'm not telling you shit, bitch! His heart was about to beat out of his chest, and if he hadn't been tied down to the chair, he was certain he wouldn't be able to stand because his legs were shaking so badly. But Dream didn't need to know that. He didn't give a shit what the hero did to him. He wasn't going to give up his friends. Dream let out a low chuckle, and it was bone-chilling to hear. This man was the complete opposite of the #1 hero he'd watched him give lectures in responsibility and detention. This was the real Dream, one who was determined to get what he wanted by any means necessary. You're loyal. The syndicate got lucky in finding you, Dream commented, reaching behind him for his cape. He used the edge of the dark green fabric to wipe the spit off the mask before letting it flutter back down to his ankles. Or is it that you're afraid of them? Afraid of what they'll do to you if you reveal their secrets? Because if that's the case, Tommy, I can keep you safe. You'd never have to worry about the syndicate again if you were to help me.
Tommy scoffed. I'm not afraid of them, dickwad. Maybe he had been afraid in the beginning. Afraid of saying no to their offers. Afraid of what they might do if he refused to help them. But things were different now. Tommy wasn't afraid of them at all. But was he afraid for them? Yes, very much so. Which was why he wasn't going to give Dream anything. Not if he could help it. So it's the first one then. Loyalty. Dream folded his arms across his chest. That one's tougher. Breaking manipulation always is. At this, Tommy frowned. Manipulation? I haven't been manipulated.
Yes, you have, Dream said, his tone gentle as though he was speaking to a child. You don't realize it, but they've been manipulating you to their side. To see them as the good guys and me as the bad guy. Oh, fuck off! You're not going to get anywhere trying to gaslight me or whatever the fuck, Tommy snapped. What? I'm not trying to gaslight you, Tommy. I'm trying to help you, Dream exclaimed, and there was such a genuine note of concern that it almost made Tommy falter. The syndicate's been pulling you to their side, getting you involved in something you should have never been involved in. I mean, for fuck's sake, you're just a kid. For a moment, Tommy blinked in surprise. Of all the things he had expected Hiro to bring up, he hadn't once considered that Dream would care that he was a kid.
No, that didn't matter. Dream didn't actually care. He was just trying to make Tommy think that he did. He wouldn't fall for it. Pretty bold of you to go around kidnapping children as the #1 hero, Tommy pointed out. Dream sighed. I didn't have any other choice. I couldn't get a warrant to arrest you, and if I just tried talking to you, the syndicate would have been on my ass in seconds. Then untie me if you just want to talk, Tommy challenged.
I can't do that because you'll just try to run away, Tommy snorted. Damn right I would. Whatever you might think of the syndicate, they didn't kidnap me. But didn't they? Dream asked, cocking his head to the side. Maybe not literally, but they pulled you into their world, got you to work for them as their healer until you were so deep in you couldn't escape. Tommy clenched his jaw. That wasn't true. Sure, Blade had forced him to heal Zephyrus once, but that was the only time he'd really been forced to heal someone. He hadn't been dragged right into the syndicate against his will.
Right? It didn't matter now. He didn't regret getting involved with the syndicate. Not anymore. They never forced me to do anything I didn't want to do, he said. It was a slight lie, but again, his hand had only been forced once. It was close enough to the truth that it sounded genuine on his tongue. Besides, they wouldn't have been so desperate for a healer if you weren't trying to kill them every time you got into a fight. Dream huffed at that. You think I want to have that... You think I want to have to go that far? I'd love to be able to focus on incapacitating villains, but when they're trying to kill me, or my friends... I mean, I'm sure you saw Nemesis almost kill Flame. If I hadn't stepped in, he would have died.
Only because Flame almost killed Thanatos, Tommy argued. Did you see that fight? When Nemesis and Thanatos were still going by Arson and Iceman, and Flame was sent out to his own to go take care of them? Dream challenged, his voice hard. No, but I saw the aftermath. I nearly passed out when I healed Thanatos from those burns. Tommy healed him. How do you know that wasn't self-defense on Flame's end? Dream then asked. Villains attack us, and we act in self-defense. Sometimes we have to go to extreme lengths to protect ourselves. I don't like it, but it's the way things are.
A hell kind of threat could Siren have posed to you that meant you had to shove a pipe through his fucking stomach? Tommy snarled, remembering that fateful night in the alley that started all this. Dream stared at him for a moment, and Tommy tried not to squirm in his seat. You don't realize how dangerous your friends are, do you? I'm not an idiot, of course I do, Tommy shot back. He'd seen plenty of news reports on the syndicate in the past. He'd seen the kinds of things they could all do, the battles they'd won, the lack of mercy they showed their enemies. It was precisely why he'd been so terrified of them in the beginning.
And yet you still choose to help them? They're murderers, Tommy. Don't you see that? Tommy opened his mouth to argue, but Dream made a tisking noise and shook his head before he could. Tell me how many people you think Siren's killed, he challenged. Tommy blinked. Of course he knew that Siren had killed people before, but he hadn't actually thought of specific numbers. I'm not sure, Tommy admitted. Dream reached into his pocket and pulled out a phone. He tapped a few times on the screen before turning it to face Tommy, showing him grainy security footage down by the ports in South Bay.
The video started to play. Tommy watched as Zephyrus and Blade fought against armored police officers, the two moving with a type of fluidity and synchronization that only came from years of working together. Blade would send his sword slicing through the air, and Zephyrus would lift higher than the blade without needing to be told. Zephyrus would swoop down from his flight to snatch someone up, and Blade would lift his sword to send his sword straight into their middle. It was almost like a dance. But there were a lot of police officers. If Tommy had to guess, he might even say there were 100 of them. And despite how powerful Zephyrus and Blade were, there were only 2 of them. Tommy's breathing hitched when a bullet ripped into Zephyrus' side, and he came crashing to the ground. Blade was immediately on him, shielding him with his body as the police advanced with their guns drawn. Then, a honey-coated voice broke through the staticky white noise of the video footage.
Stop, Siren ordered, as he suddenly appeared beside Zephyrus and Blade, making all the police officers freeze in their place. Tommy stared at the video with wide eyes, his heart dropping into the stomach at Siren's next words. Kill each other until there's no one left standing. And just like that, the police officers turned on each other. Bright flashes exploded across the screen as the officers shot each other over and over, their black armored bodies collapsing into piles like a puppet whose strings had been cut. Blade dragged Zephyrus off screen, while Siren tried to watch the chaos unfold.
Although Siren was his friend, although Siren was someone Tommy trusted wholeheartedly, it was in that moment that he remembered exactly who Siren was. Watching his dark coat billow in the breeze blowing in from the sea, his expression unreadable under his mask as he watched these officers murder each other under his orders, a shiver ran down Tommy's spine. When there was only one officer left standing, the sole survivor of the chaos, Siren stepped over the bodies until he was standing right in front of the man. Now kill yourself. The officer didn't hesitate as he pressed his gun to his chin and pulled the trigger.
When Siren turned back around, Tommy saw blood splattered across his face and felt bile rise in his throat. Dream pulled the phone away from him, clicking out of the video and pocketing it once again. Then he stared down at Tommy, his smiley face gaze as unreadable as ever. What did you think? He asked, as if it was some sort of film he'd shown Tommy and wanted to get his opinion on. Tommy grit his teeth as he tried to hide the nausea that was rolling off of him like a wave. He had known that Siren killed people before. The media talked about how he could control entire crowds and took in full advantage of that ability whenever it was necessary. This wasn't used to Tommy.
He'd just never seen footage like that before. Usually the news would only show small clips of Siren's mass mind control before cutting away, citing that the footage was often too graphic to show on live TV. Now he understood why. What were they doing down by the ports before the police officers showed up? Tommy asked, struggling to keep his voice level. There was a warehouse there that had just received a shipment of highly dangerous weapons designed for hero use, like 404's knives or my swords. The Syndicate was trying to steal them, Dream explained. How long ago did that happen?
Dream tapped his finger against the bottom edge of his mask and thought. A few months ago, I think. Something cold settled into Tommy's gut at that. A few months ago, Zephyrus and Blade showed up at his apartment for the first time, and Zephyrus had a bullet wound in his side. According to them, Siren was busy doing something else, which was why he'd given Blade Tommy's address so he could heal Zephyrus. That's what Siren had been doing. Taking care of those police officers while Blade dragged Zephyrus to his apartment. A part of Tommy was tempted to ask Dream for a bucket so he could throw up into it, but took shaky breaths, refusing to let Dream see how much this was getting to him. He knew the Syndicate did things like this beforehand. This wasn't news to him. Why was he so affected by this?
He knew it was because there was a difference between hearing about the horrible things the Syndicate did and actually seeing them with his own eyes. But even as the cold horror settled onto his shoulders like a physical weight, he had to remind himself that this was what Dream wanted. Dream was trying to shake his loyalty to the Syndicate. Besides, Zephyrus had been injured. Of course Siren was going to resort to drastic measures when they were surrounded on all sides. With Zephyrus hurt and the group of officers crowding in on them, he didn't need to go that far, though. He could have made them all fall asleep He could have made them all fall asleep, a traitorous voice in his mind whispered. No. This was what Dream wanted him to think. Tommy knew that even if Siren was a villain, he still deserved to be healed. All of them did.
If you think showing me some shitty security camera footage is going to make me break that easily, you've got another thing coming, Tommy said, meeting Dream's mask with a silent challenge in his eyes. Dream chuckled. You're stubborn. Good to know. Suddenly, 404 appeared at Dream's side, resting a hand on the taller hero's shoulder. Ask him about his brother, 404 told him, smirking at Tommy. I saw it in his dreams. There's some sore spots in the family.
Tommy frowned. Brother? Family? Who the hell was 404 talking about? He hadn't seen Tubbo or Rambu in any of his dreams at all. What's his name? Dream asked, glancing at 404. Wilbur, 404 replied, looking so self-satisfied, like he was the cat that had just gotten the cream. Oh.
It seemed like even though he'd been able to manipulate his dreams and watch what happened in them, 404 wasn't able to read his thoughts during them. He'd just seen his interactions with Wilbur and assumed that Wilbur was his brother, not that Wilbur possibly had any connection to Siren. Thank God. That was one less thing he had to worry about. But now Wilbur could be a target if they thought that he was Tommy's family. So he squashed down the warmth in his chest that still showed up as Wilbur being referred to as his older brother and forced himself to let out a sarcastic laugh. You think Wilbur is my brother? He asked, matching 404's smirk with one of his own. You might be able to see in my dreams, but you really don't understand shit, do you?
404 frowned, his smirk disappearing. What, he's not your brother? No, he's just a friend of mine. I met him at work, Tommy explained, trying to sound as flippant as possible in the hopes that they would think Wilbur wasn't important to him. But you had a room at his house, 404 pointed out. Yeah, his family's been letting me stay with him for the past few weeks because my living situation is a bit shit right now. That's all, though. He's not my family or anything, Tommy said, and although it was the truth, it felt like lies passing between his teeth.
So he's not important to you? Dream asked, folding his arms over his chest. Tommy didn't like the way he asked the question, but kept his expression still as he shrugged. I mean, he's my friend, of course, but I wouldn't say he's that important to me. So you wouldn't mind if we paid him a visit? Dream pushed, and Tommy felt every cell in his body freeze at that. Just to chat with him. Ask if he knows about your side job. His heart raced in his ears. Dream was just bluffing him. He wasn't actually going to visit Wilbur.
I mean, I don't think that's necessary. I don't want him to find out about all this stuff. The last thing he needs is to get involved in it, Tommy said, his veneer of forced casualness slipping fast. Nah, I think he's already involved in it thanks to you, Dream replied. That's the consequence of working with villains. Anyone you care about is going to get dragged into their problems right along with you. I know what he looks like, 404 jumped in, pulling out his phone. Shouldn't be too hard to find his file. How many people are even named Wilbur these days anyway? Good to know. Maybe we can bring him here to join you, Tommy. For all we know, maybe he saw the syndicate one night when you were leaving the cafe.
Tommy clenched his jaw. They were just bluffing. That was all. Found his file, 404 declared, after a few beats of silence, lifting his phone in the air with a triumphant grin. Wilbur Soot. He lives in South Bay with his dad and his brother. Let's see that address, Dream hummed, leaning over to look at 404's phone screen. Oh yeah, shouldn't take too long for us to get there. No! Tommy shouted, cutting them both off.
Shit. They knew Wilbur's name, and they knew where he lived. It might not be a bluff, and if it wasn't, then Wilbur was going to get hurt because of him. Because of his shit. He couldn't let that happen. Dream glanced up from the phone and hummed. Oh? You don't want us to do that? Don't you fucking touch him! Tommy snarled. Him and his family have nothing to do with this shit, okay? 404 and Dream exchanged a knowing look. Seems like 404 hit the nail on the head with the brother comment, Dream said, sounding amused.
Fuck you, Tommy spat. Your problem is with me helping the syndicate, right? Wilbur's got nothing to do with that, so leave him the fuck alone. How about this? Dream began, taking a step towards Tommy. You start answering my questions, and if you don't, we'll go find your brother and see if he knows anything. Tommy gulped. He'd fucked himself over, and now they knew they could use Wilbur as leverage against him. Fuck! Shit! Fucking shit! I don't know anything, Tommy admitted, looking up at Dream with pleading eyes. I don't know the syndicate's identities. They never told me anything just in case something like this happened.
Now, that's bullshit, Dream said, resting a hand on Tommy's shoulder. You've been working with them for months. They trust you completely. There's no way they never let anything slip. Tommy thought of Nemesis, and how he had her real name, Nikki, floating in his mind. He thought of Siren, and in how with each passing day, it was getting harder and harder to not compare him to Wilbur. No, he wasn't giving those things up. I don't know anything, I swear, Tommy whined. Please, Dream, they never told me shit. I was even blindfolded the day they brought me to their secret base because they didn't want me to know the way.
The grip on his shoulder tightened, and Tommy felt his body tremble as Dream leaned down so they were face to face again. I don't like liars, he said quietly. There was a beat of silence as Tommy waited for Dream to make a move. He wasn't going to break. Fuck him! Suddenly, the tense silence was shattered like glass as a phone began to ring.
Tommy breathed a sigh of relief as Dream straightened up, patting his pockets until he pulled out his phone. His ringtone was obnoxiously loud, and Tommy wondered who the hell even had their phone off silent these days. Dream sighed when he glanced at the screen. 404. Keep an eye on him. I need to take this. 404 nodded as Dream took a few steps away from the chair, holding the phone up to his ear as he answered the call. Hey, Flame, he said in greeting, the mention of the other hero making Tommy instantly straighten his attention. Yeah, we're in public right now. We're patrolling down the east side. A pause. Yeah, of course everything's fine. There's just been some sightings. Nothing unusual. Another pause. No, we haven't seen anything. Did you hear about anything going on? No? Then why does he want me back at the tower? I mean, does it have to be right now? Shit. Fine, okay. I'll be there soon.
Dream hung up. Seems like our conversation is going to have to be cut short because I'm being called to the hero tower, he told Tommy. Tommy couldn't stop the next words that came out of his mouth. Flame doesn't know about me? 404 twisted his lips into a scowl while Dream sighed. That's not for you to know. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. You lied to him about where you are and what you were doing. If Flame knew you'd kidnapped me, you would have just told him. Tommy snorted, a strange sense of satisfaction washing over him at the knowledge that the heroes weren't as put together as they pretended to be. Kinda funny, innit? You, 404, and Flame are supposed to be the dream team or whatever the fuck. But I bet Flame wouldn't be happy if he found out you kidnapped a teenager. Is that it? He's not as fucked in the head as you two.
Dream shouted, his voice echoing around the warehouse and making Tommy jump in his seat. He stormed back towards Tommy's chair and twisted his fingers into his hair, making Tommy yelp as he pulled their faces close. Don't talk about shit you don't know the first thing about. While Tommy's heart was just about to pound out of his chest as his head throbbed where Dream was grabbing it, he found himself grinning wildly at the hero. This is all gonna blow up in your face soon enough, asshole. You're not nearly as in control as you think you are. There was a low growl in Dream's throat, and Tommy's grin widened. Do it, you fucking pussy. Hit me. I know you want to. It was a familiar mantra, one he'd said to old foster parents when he just had enough of walking on eggshells. When he just wanted to get to the bad part and stop hovering in a terrified limbo of will they or won't they.
Dream stared at him for a moment, and Tommy could hear his harsh breathing through his mask. Then, the hand let go of his hair, and Dream was storming away from him. Keep an eye on him, 404. And don't try your dream shit on him again. It's not going to work a second time. Got it, Dream, 404 replied, leaning back against the wall, looking like the picture of boredom. Dream disappeared around the corner, and Tommy distantly heard a door being slammed.
Now alone with 404, Tommy turned his gaze towards the white goggles. So, how's the bathroom situation supposed to work? Do I just gotta tell you when I need a piss, or if you don't shut up, I'm putting you to sleep again? 404 cut him off. Tommy sighed. Well, this was going to be boring.
That statement turned out to be truer than expected. Dream didn't come back for the rest of the day. Tommy watched the sun pass overhead from one of the dusty windows set high against the warehouse walls. Its crawl up and up painfully slow as the hours passed on. His arms and legs were horribly sore from being tied to the chair for so long. Eventually, he started to complain to 404, who looked just as bored as he was. But it didn't take long for 404 to get sick of his whining. This time, Tommy didn't dream when 404 put him to sleep. Instead, he woke up when the sky was just turning the soft gray of dawn. He couldn't feel his arms and legs anymore, and figured that was at least better than them being sore the whole time. Dream showed up before the sun had fully risen. Tommy expected the interrogation to resume, but Dream seemed strangely tired. His voice was subdued, and he kept running his hands down his mask as if he was rubbing sleep out of his eyes.
404 left after Dream showed up, saying that he would be back in a few hours, but he needed to get cleaned up and check in at the hero tower. Once he was gone, nervousness settled over Tommy like prickling over his skin, waiting for Dream to make a move now that the two were alone. But to his surprise, instead of standing up and threatening him again, Dream just sat on the floor leaning against a nearby wall. Do you know why the Hero Committee exists, Tommy? Dream asked, something weary bleeding through his tone. To protect Rich from villains and fuck everyone else over? Tommy shot back, raising an eyebrow.
Dream chuckled, although it sounded sad. No, although I can see why you might think that. He paused, wringing his hands in his lap. Heroes were created to protect the city from individuals who use their abilities to get power over others. At first, It was just because standard police officers couldn't always fight back against bank robbers or crime organizations who had individuals with very strong abilities in their ranks. But when highly powered people were made heroes and given the tools to fight back against these criminals, the criminals in turn organized themselves as well. And that's how we started the hero versus villain narrative. Tommy rolled his eyes. That's not all it is anymore, though, prick. It's not about protecting civilians. It hasn't been for a long time. It's about getting one up on each other, trying to defeat the other by any means necessary, even if civilians get hurt in the collateral damage. It's harder than you think trying to take down a man with literal invincibility like the Blade without needing to damage a few buildings, Dream pointed out. I would love if we could contain the fights better, if we could minimize damages while still keeping our heads up in the fights, but it doesn't work like that. I remember when you made that office building collapse with all those people still inside it, Tommy snapped. You just had to take out one of the support beams because you had no other choice. But people died because of you, Dream. Innocent people who weren't involved in this shit.
Dream's shoulders tensed at that. That was a terrible accident, he murmured, looking down at his lap. I had no idea that the building was unstable. Usually there's, like, redundancies for support beams. You can take out one and the others will still hold. If I'd known, I never would have pulled out that beam. Even through the voice modulator, Tommy could hear genuine sorrow in Dream's voice as he spoke. But you still did it. And you didn't even manage to get a scratch on Blade in the end, Tommy said, his frown deepening. You said you were protecting civilians, but who are you really protecting in the end? So what, you think we should just let villains run wild? Should I have just not tried to stop Jester from robbing that casino? He killed 3 hostages, Dream argued. You only care about that because those gamblers were rich, Tommy scoffed. People get mugged and hurt all the time in Eastside. I never see you hear a fox patrolling down here.
Dream huffed. You think we have freedom over where we patrol? I can't just say, oh, I want to patrol in Eastside tonight. The Hero Committee is largely funded by donations from people who live in West End. We're given schedules from the city for where we have to patrol and for how long, and more often than not, it's usually centered in the areas where our biggest donors live. Oh, please! You're the #1 hero! What are they going to do if you go patrol in Eastside one night instead of West End? It's not like they're going to fire you. Being the #1 hero doesn't grant you as much freedom as you seem to think it does. Why do you think the captain retired? She got sick of not being able to do the kind of work she wanted to do, so she left, Dream explained, finally looking up to meet Tommy's eyes. I know the committee has problems, but I think it's more effective to try and do what I can instead of just leaving entirely. Many had suspected that the captain's retirement had something to do with her disapproval for the way the committee worked. Although she wasn't a very public figure who refused to do interviews unless she had no other choice, there had been rumors that she frequently had gotten into arguments with higher-ups, with her ultimately leaving when they couldn't reconcile.
Now, Dream claimed to be in the same position. He wanted to help, but he was restricted by the Hero Committee. It was frustrating for Tommy because while he wanted to dismiss anything Dream said outright, he also could hear at least some grains of truth in what he was saying. That still doesn't give you the right to try and kill villains, though, Tommy said, narrowing his eyes at Dream. Not when you lie and say you only aim to incapacitate. You don't understand, Tommy. It's kill or be killed out there, Dream explained, the beady black eyes of his mask boring into Tommy's head. Tommy met his gaze head on. Then why did the warden become a villain? He asked coolly.
When Dream straightened up at that question, Tommy knew he'd hit his mark. The warden was a complicated situation, Dream said, stepping over his words with the care of walking through a minefield. He was like the captain in that he didn't all like the way that things were run. But the syndicate had managed to talk to him, get into his head, and fed him lies about how they were the ones doing the right thing. How the system was corrupt, and the only way to fix it was to destroy it completely. And so the warden turned against us during a fight, and when our healer Supreme tried to stop him, he hurt him badly.
Tommy thought of Daedalus with his soft voice and gentle tone, the way he spoke so fondly of his dog, and how he listened to Tommy's rambling with a surprising amount of patience, and how he never spoke ill of the heroes he used to work with. On the rare occasions, Tommy had tried to ask Daedalus about his switching sides. He only ever spoke of it as a necessary thing he had to do, something he couldn't see an alternative for. Daedalus thinks he's doing the right thing, Tommy said, tapping his fingers against the arm of the chair. Everyone thinks they're the one in the right, Dream replied, slumping further against the wall. Do you think the syndicate is in the right, Tommy? Tommy bit the inside of his cheek as he turned the question over in his mind. The syndicate wasn't good, but neither was the hero committee. He still didn't know what the syndicate's true goal was, but Dream claimed his goal was to stop the syndicate from hurting people. But actions spoke louder than words, and Tommy wasn't stupid enough to take Dream's word at face value.
But that wasn't the question, though. The question was if he thought the syndicate was in the right. If Tommy said yes, he would be lying. At least partially, because he didn't agree with a lot of what the syndicate did, especially after seeing that security footage of Siren. But at the same time, if he said no, then where did that leave him? After stating over and over again that he was healing the syndicate because it was the right thing to do, if he admitted that he thought the syndicate was bad, did that make him bad by extension? Was he admitting that he was doing the wrong thing? It was all so complicated, it made his head spin just trying to think about it. So instead of giving an answer, Tommy just stayed silent. He hated how it felt like he was handing a victory to Dream. Ah!
End of chapter 18!
It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Man.
Yeah.
We have 8 chapters left, I think, right? Because 26?
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's only, if my math is correct,
4
more
days?
streams?
Yeah, 4 more streams.
Holy
4 more
moly.
Tuesdays. Chapter recap, please. Okay, so
Okay.
you wanna do it since you were eating?
I'll do this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dream has kidnapped Tommy in it from his family, the Sleepy Boys, the Syndicate, if you will. And then like Tommy's tied to a chair and Dream's like interrogating. He's like, "Yo, I want the freaking identities of your boss, of your guys, you know?" And he's all like, hell nah, I ain't giving up my family like that. And then he's all like, 404 coming in with this, all like, "Hey yo, I'm British. Do you know what? He has a brother." And Tommy's all like, "Wait, don't look up into, like, he's not my brother, you know? He's not my bro." And he's like, "Okay, then how about we just, here's his address. I'm gonna get his IP. I'm gonna hack it." And he's like, no, don't do that. Leave him alone." Then Dream gets a phone call. Flame is all like, "Hey yo, Dream, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Yo, Flame, how's it going?" And Tommy's like, "Yo, he doesn't know, does he?" He's like, "Shut up, you child." And so Dream leaves, and Tommy can't feel his arms or legs anymore because he's sitting in a chair. And so he like stays there all night, and then like 404 stays there too, I guess. And then he's like, then Dream comes back, sends 404 away, and he's like, "Yo, this is like, oh my gosh!" And then like Siren killed people on top of a building. It was so hot.
No.
But it was so bad.
No.
It's so bad, but it's like this. Oh my gosh.
Stop.
And then he's like, "Yeah, like everyone's like doing bad things, but also we're trying to do good things, and it's like so morally gray that you just can't, you love the characters so much." And then, but you don't like Dream though. Dream, he's okay. That's basically it.
Ah! Oh my god. Is that why you said "that's hot" in my chat?
Yes.
Ah!
No. I said it when Dream said like, "I don't like liars."
Oh.
Like that was hot.
Dream swooner. Julie, murder isn't hot. That's
But
so
it's
true.
Wilbur.
No. And well, that's the it for. That is it for. It's Tommy and his clinic for supervillains.
No.
That was good though. So what are you doing for the rest of your day, Julie Berry? Are you gonna head out?
I got a poker date.
Woo!
With my cohort. I'm super excited.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then probably finishing an animation project that's due on Saturday. I'm traveling down to surprise my mom this
Hell
weekend.
yeah.
It was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Mama Bear. Me and my sister in cahoots.
Hell
we're like,
yeah.
Yo, we're gonna go get them.
Freaking epic.
Yeah, and then hopefully this weekend Danny will finish chapter 4 of Guns for Hire.
I need to go back and watch your VOD.
Yes, go watch my
I
VOD.
will.
I made a thumbnail.
I know.
Ah!
guys, if you haven't already, make sure you go read Guns for Hire. If you like Julie's reading, here with TOMMYINNITS Clinic for Supervillains, are you doing like all the voices and stuff for Guns for Hire?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you better go to Guns for Hire. Woo!
Woo!
Are you gonna head out now, Julie Berry, to get ready for your
Probably.
day? Okay, well,
Yeah.
I will talk to you later, my beloved. Thank you so much for
Talk
joining
to you
me as
later.
always.
Bye, chat.
Bye, Julie. Bye. Mwah. Mwah. And then there was one. This fanfic is so good. I love it so much. Okay, let's see. What should we do today, chat? What shall we do today? Because I'm feeling we're gonna continue stream for a little bit. I'm not gonna stream for too much longer because I do have to study a hot bit. But doesn't mean we can't jam. So I was thinking either we go on okay, I was thinking high pixel. I already have it open. So let's go ahead. It's pickle time. We'll just say it's pickle time. It's pickle time. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go to the Minecraft. But yeah, parkour. Okay, we can do a little bit of parkour. You know what? We can do a little bit of parkour so that we can chat about Guns for Hire. Guns for Hire. It's stuck in my head. I really want to listen to it. We'll do a little bit of parkour while we talk about how you guys are feeling after those 2 chapters. We can talk about that. Studies? No. I hate studying. I'm bad at it. I actually studied till like 1 a.m. yesterday, and it was pretty fun. But yeah. Pickle time? Hell yeah. It is pickle time, baby. Because guess what? Hold on. Let me turn off people real quick. Hello. Yeah. Also, The Walking Sun, thank you so much for the follow. And Leah Lemon, thank you so much for the follow. And Phantomix, I did do the hydrate during stream. Or during the reading. So I did get that done. So thank you for the hydrate. But yeah, how are you guys feeling, chat? How are you guys feeling after that chapter? Parkour, nice. Yeah. Good luck. Have fun. Let's go. Yeah. Also, sorry for coughing so much. I like have like a weird, like, I have like a weird, I don't know if it's like, maybe it's allergies. It might be allergies if I'm being honest. But yeah, I clap. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's, oh man, I was excited for those chapters. I'm really nervous for 19 and 20 because 19 is one of Julie's favorite chapters. So that means I'm thinking it's very angsty. So it's probably like, maybe, I don't even know what it could be. But my guess is that it's angsty. That was hard 2 chapters to get through. It definitely was. And also, I am so sorry. You were reading, I missed it. It is okay. The VOD is going to be there for you to watch. But yeah, I also really want to apologize. We did not know that there was going to be, like mentions like with Siren, that the whole, like, end yourself. So I apologize for that. I hope you guys are okay. I apologize for not knowing about that. So, because I do not read through it. Julie did not remember that chapter. So we apologize greatly for that. So I hope you guys are okay. I love just waking up for Tommy Tuesday. Let's go. Also, this is a very weird time for me to be streaming. That puts angst in teen angst. Yeah. Fanfic. And my god, it's good, but it hurts. It does. Yeah, that was very hard. Yeah, I apologize for that greatly. Because, like, even for me, like, I didn't see that part. Like, when I was doing my highlights, like, I don't read through because I want, like, I'm being surprised by it just as you guys. So yeah, so I really do want to apologize for that. That was faulty on my end, honestly. I'm probably going to start reading through the chapters just because I don't want that to happen again. But yeah. Oh, I don't mind? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were okay. So if that did affect you, I really apologize. It honestly is a random time to be streaming. It is. It's because Julie did have her date thing. So we were like, okay, we have to do this early. Hi, Tiger. Hello. We have to do this kind of early. So I'm streaming like 3 hours before I usually do. I streamed like about 5 hours before I usually do. So, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about like ending and then streaming at 9. But it's like, I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. Before they can make it back to the... No! I skipped it. Also, chat, I've been listening. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, but I've been saying Riddler a lot. I was playing Bed Wars with Cry, and I just kept saying Riddler. So Carol Quad AU. We're trying to think about it. Who would be who in the Batman cinematic universe? Maybe a raid will come at 9. But I don't know. I might do that. I might think about, I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't know if I can stream twice in one day. That's the thing. But it's like, I feel bad considering I only streamed for an hour. But yeah, I shall see. But yeah. But, so I've just been saying, Riddler. So it's so funny. But I haven't watched Batman yet. So I really want to watch it. So I might leave. Go get food. Online Hypixel late last night. Yeah. Also, okay. I'm not gonna mention what I want to say, but yo, it's Anna. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah. I mean, I'm an adult. Yeah. I'm gonna say this, Tiger. Don't check on me like if I'm awake at night. Just because I know we're friends on Hypixel, like that's a little weird, champ. Just FYI. Especially when it's on your stream. Just an FYI. But I am a grown adult. I sleep when I want to. So yeah, just, yeah. But I haven't eaten today. Just because I have been in a weird, because, yes, I was awake really late last night with Cry. Whoa, shiz. Yeah. Ooh, I got some lightning up in here. It is storming in where I am. And that lightning was really bright. But yeah. So I was up late last night with Cry. We were playing Bed Wars pretty freaking late. So also I apologize if you hear thunder. That's from a storm. But also I'll put up music right now. But yeah, so the whole time we were just like, or I was just like, Riddler! And it was so funny. But okay, so now we're trying to do, lightning scares me. I like lightning. I think it's cool. And like thunderstorms I really like. But yeah, so I was saying Riddler a lot. But now I was telling Cry, I was like, I want to do art of like Carol Quad as like Batman. Because I don't know if you guys saw, but like Jack Manifold, Bilzo, and Rombu, they like dressed up as Batman characters, you know? And I was like, you know what? Carol Quad AU, Batman. But see, the thing is, we don't know who anybody would be. We said that, me and Cry were like, Julie, we think that you would be Riddler. I don't know. Twitch is being a dick. No! F Twitch. What the hell, Twitch? So we said that Julie would be the Riddler, but we don't know what, like, me, Johnny, or Cry would be. I took a test, and apparently I'm Catwoman. I guess. You know, what can I say? I'm just so cool. I don't know. Is Catwoman cool in the movie? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. Tell Twitch to just not. Let's see. I kind of want to go with some jams. Hold on. Let's see. Let's do chat playlist. What's your chat playlist? No, don't come with you. Don't. Where's my public playlist? There we go. So yeah. Here. I actually, hold on. I kind of want to listen to my Batman playlist. Where is it? No. Batman. Go lonely road, the only one. Okay, I'm gonna just add it. Like, I'm gonna just add some songs. But I literally was just like listening to a playlist. It was so good. Okay, it's literally just something's in the way. But yeah, that was, I don't know any Batman. Yeah, it's okay. Batman playlist, yeah. Oh, damn. But yeah, so we were trying to figure out like who would be who. So I took a quiz, and apparently I'm Catwoman. So apparently I'm a seductive woman. That's so untrue, but you know, whatever. So yeah, so now we just need Batman and Joker. I don't know who would be who. So it's like, is Johnny Joker? I mean, the J in Johnny stands for Joker. But yeah. Nirvana? Oh, hell yeah. Something's in the way. That's the Batman song. Cause I don't know what the other, I was thinking Robin. Oh, no. Okay. So like, it's cause in the new, it was in the new Batman. So you have, Joker, Batman, Riddler. Riddler! And Catwoman, I think. Let me see. I don't know what Batman's playlist... Oh, the movie? Yeah, the movie. I'm trying to find... What's the other, like, Batman song? I don't know. It's just... Something's in the way. Alone, I walk alone. Here, we'll just go to that song. And then let me put it louder. This song... Oh, man. The fact that I was playing this so much yesterday when I was playing with Cry. I guess early this morning. I just went straight to comics. Honestly, valid. I haven't read the comics. I do want to, though. I want to get into comics. Oh. Nope. I haven't heard this song. Like, I feel like now this is going to be one of my top played songs because of the freaking funny that it is. Like, not that the song is funny. The song is really good. But just, like, the joke of Riddler. And I just would... Every time I got a kill in Bed Wars, we would just say that. Thank you for the lurk, Rosie. I'm sorry that the command is still not working. But thank you for the lurk. Come on. F stream. No, literally. I just need to find out what's going on. I need to find a way to get Streamlabs back on. In the way. It's not funny, but it is. I don't know why. My brain. It's just like, ha ha ha, funny. Oh, damn it. But yeah, I think I might end, like, in a couple minutes. And then just, so that this can be its own VOD. And then I'll just stream again at 9 CST, like I usually do. Or is it 10? I don't even remember anymore. There we go. I am so good. In the way. I am Batman. So yeah, so that, and then I was gonna make us skins based off of it. I thought it'd be funny. Yeah. Nirvana got a gloom in music. No, literally. Okay, I don't know what it is. Like, it's like they have, their music has fog in it. Does that make sense? That their music has fog in it? Like, that's just how I feel whenever I listen to it. Like, I just feel like it's a foggy day. My mouse keeps getting stuck. Yeah, it's like, it has like a little bit of a fog in it. Like, I feel like this, like, somebody's coming out of like the fog. Like, it's Batman. I'm Batman. I am vengeance. We were making that joke too. That apparently he calls himself Vengeance more than Batman. Something's in the way. Hold on. The music video is just fog. Yep, pretty much. Ow, I popped my back really hard. That hurt. Something. Oh my god, why am I doing so bad at this? Maybe I'm just bad at parkour. In the way. Yeah. Something's in the way. Oh, come on. But yeah, would you guys be okay if I ended? Looks kind of like a duck. It does. It's a cute duck. Oh, without a bill. Okay. Would you guys be okay if I did, you know, fuckage. If I ended stream now, so just to get the VOD, and then do like a stream later. Yeah? Okay. Cool. Because then I might just end a little bit and then. Soldier Boy, tell him. Who added this onto the chat playlist? This was a great stream. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, just because I haven't eaten as well. And food, important. Yo! Little Reddy Nose. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Who added this song? Now why me, you? I like it though. It's funny. You. Maybe Twitch will fix itself. No, literally. You know, it's just because they were like, Kit, we can't prepare the masses that are coming to you. Oh, Little Red Dinos. Oh my god. I am so sorry. Thank you for correcting me. Little Red Dinos. I apologize. That's such a cool name though. I like it. I like dinosaurs. They're cool. Favorite dinosaurs? I think my favorite dinosaur might be like the Brachiosaurus, I think. I think those are cool. They have long necks. That change of music is giving me whiplash. I know. Something in the you. Oh my god. Ah, crap. Oh wait, is there slime? Is this fall? 180 levels? We're at 95. Okay. I was gonna say I'll stream until I finish this, but we'll probably just see. You. Soldier boy, I've been it all I can. Ah. Let me you. My brain hurts. Cat jam? It is a cat jam. Ah, damn. Maybe a double jump on the pumpkin? Oh, possibly. Let me see. Let me see. I'm not too sure. Oh, I'm like really close. It's just that I'm not moving close enough. Ah! Anyways. When it... Oh, I'm like so close too. You! Oh, I'm like really close. Maybe I need a... Okay, I'm like way too in the middle, I guess. You know what? Let me go like this. There we go. Yo! I am so confused by this song. I'm gonna skip. Just because my brain kind of got fried for a second. Goose. Goose. Goose goose. There's like a rice called couscous. Okay, skip. It's true. Is that the song? Oh wait, no, I think that's something else. I can't remember a Posty song. You know, I didn't listen to Posty too much, if I'm being completely honest. And by Posty, I mean Post Malone. No, baby. Goose honk honk. I'm more of a duck person, but you know, to each their own. Oh, I hate these. Never mind, I'm so good. Ah. Bum, bum, oh, come on. Okay, I think I need to do like a... Ah! Pain. I'm wondering what I should eat today. Chat, if when I end, you better be getting some food as well, so that we can both be freaking energized for stream. I might probably do some Arduous, I'm thinking, because I haven't done Arduous in a while. Number sus. Hold on, is your channel point picture weed? Why does everybody think that? Okay, no, I need to get a new channel point, god damn it. And it's so cute, I love it. No, it's not weed. It doesn't look like weed at all. Everybody thinks it's weed. No, it's sage leaves in like a little bundle. I might just need to make it because it does look like weed. It doesn't look like weed. Butterfly Sweet Gamer, thanks for the follow. Oh my god, people are gonna think I get high. That my chat gets high. Does it really look like weed? I don't know what freaking weed looks like. I've like seen like the little like the marijuana image. It doesn't look like weed though. Why does it look like weed? Oh my god, people are gonna be like, not stage points, it's weed points. And what am I gonna tell the masses, huh? That I am a smoker? I have asthma. I can't smoke. Ah! But it looks like this is a joke. I don't smoke weed. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I need to probably get a new one. Although I really do like that one. But I'll try and make my own, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. Now you should play Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Dogg. Okay, these don't work. I never can do these. Yeah, my vibes, yeah. I'm just naturally, okay, no. Because the thing is, I'm more of a 69K weed. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you could tell, 1, I have asthma. 2, haha. Anyways, I feel like weed is it's like you're chill when you smoke weed, I feel like. But with me, I'm like cocaine, I feel like. I probably shouldn't say that. But I feel like that's kind of the vibe. I'm like a good like dose of crack or something. I don't know. My brain is kind of hurting right now. run away, run away. I'm waiting on you. Hello? Hello? How tall are you if you want to answer? I'm so tall. That makes it seem like I'm not tall. I am very tall. Canonically, I'm 6'9". And I never share past that. I'm 6'9" and 7'2" apparently, so. Ave Maria. No! Let's see. Oh, yeah. Maniac, you were with your friends partying. Funky number and funky plant. Let's freaking go. Now you just need 420. If you get 420, that's perfect. With a shovel and a rose. Ah! Do you think I'm a joke? 'Cause people like you always want back what they can't have, but I'm past that. And you know... Tell all your friends that I'm crazy and drive you mad that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath. Anyways, who's texting me at this ungodly hour? Sure, 6'9". Oh, yeah, I am 6'9". I'm actually pretty tall. Not gonna lie. For being female and for being Mexican, who are very short, and I can, because a lot of my family is very short. Like, I think like average, like for women is like 5'4". So I'm a lot taller than that. Because I'm 6'9", PogChamp. I'm 6 foot. Hell yeah. Just get taller. Because you're not taller than me. What they can't have, but I'm past that. And you know that's... Hi, Kitsitch. Been doing homework so I couldn't join. But now I'm still doing homework so I can join the stream. Hell yeah. Hope that the homework's going well. But do not worry. I'm going to be ending stream in a little bit. Just because I do need to get some food in me. I need to eat some good food. And then I'm probably going to do my usual stream at 9. So this is kind of like a little bit of a secret stream, but not really because it was Tommy and his clinic for supervillains. So I am really good at parkour. What can I say? Okay. I can say no. You maniac. Bum, bum, bum. You maniac. Come on. Psychopathic. Don't be so dramatic. We had magic. Come on. Okay. Nice. Listen to yourself. You need to get some help. Tell all your friends that I'm crazy. There we go. Woo! I am so good. Watcher, like the hit YouTube series. Does this work? Uptime? Yeah, because that's the Stream Elements. Oh, I moved that one over to Stream Elements. I know that. But yeah, I need to fix my stuff. Maniac. You maniac. Damn. Come on, bro. Here, I'm gonna... Good song, but not the vibe. I'm trying to... The real life! Is this just fantasy? Bum bum. Caught in a landslide. No escape. Just got my first victory on Soul Knight. Pop off. I don't know what that game is, but I'm sure that that's freaking epic. Way to freaking go. Solo victories are just cool in general. Oh wait, victories just in general. I don't know why I said... Oh, I said solo because soul. I joined a Kiss stream. I was doing a physics report while she did parkour, and now I'm here doing a physics report while she does parkour. Let's go. The world just goes round and round, and it's beautiful. Easy go. Lit. Anyway, the wind blows. Just fudge you, dude. To me. Wait, let me try to go this way, maybe. Fudge. Mama just killed a man. What the heck? Put a gun against his head. Pulled a trigger, and now it's bubbles coming out of it. Haha. Mama. Life had just begun. Come on. Oh, okay. So I can kind of get to the middle. Oh, bum, bum, mama. What the hell? Didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Yes! I'm so good. Jesus, who let me be this good at the game? I'm just saying, if I was an MCC, they'd have to ban Parkour Warrior again. You know? Because I'd bait it, and then they'd be like, God damn, it's always the green people. And by green, yes. My time has come. Send shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Damn it. Everybody, I've got to go. The weed people? God damn it, no. What the mug? Boom, boom, mama. I don't want to die. Okay. Also, chat. I do have pride emotes now. As in, we have, right now, just because they are follower emotes, we have the pride and progress pride. So I'm really excited for those. Really excited for those. They're really cool. I'm me vibing while do homework. Hell yeah, that's all I want you guys to do. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and have all of them up on the Discord server. So if you haven't already, make sure you join the Discord server, because then you can get full access to all the pride emotes. And I'll probably be adding some, depending on how many that I missed, because I only had 26. So I'll probably be adding more. Do the fandango, suck a bolt of lightning, very, very fried. But yeah, I hope you guys like them. I think they look really cute. Also, they were all hand done. So you can tell when some of them are a little skewed to the side. And they look funny, but I'm excited about them. I feel like they add character. Party Kirby? Party Kirby. Party Kirby bouncing. Come easy go, will you let me go? Miss Milando, we will not let you go. Let it go. Where do I even go from here? Oh, I see. Can you stop watching the stream? I'm trying to watch a stream Twitch. What the heck, Twitch? Go. Oh. It could also be on my side. I'm wondering if it's on my side because there is a storm going on right now. So it might be like affecting the Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna lie. Who's texting? Me, for me, for me. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's on my side. Because it very well could be. I'm thinking. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? Boom. So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby. Yeah. Let's see. I think my brain kind of hurty. So let's see. Is somebody that I think is what? Hold on. They're not live. Let's see. But who is live? Let's see. I think I'm gonna send you guys to Lyrae. We'll do a little bit of love to Lyrae. But that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my gosh, Carabelle Cat. Hello. I am so sorry, but I am ending right now. But I am gonna be streaming again at 9 o'clock. Listening to some Martel song. Hell yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to be ending right now, but I am going to be streaming at my usual time again. So that's about 10 p.m. EST. I might do Valorant. I don't know. I kind of want to do Valorant. I'm feeling a little bit in the mood, but we will see. But I'm going to send you guys over to Lyrae. So we do a little bit of a quick /raid. So go give, hopefully I will join. Yes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, Tommy in It Tuesday. Make sure you do, raid. Let me just go ahead and get that. Make sure you copy that, paste that, give some love to Lyrae. Lyrae is on, Arduous SMP with me. So, they're a familiar face. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a lovely day or night wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next stream, which is going to be in like 2 hours. Might push it to 3 hours just to give myself a little bit of a break because I do need to study. But yeah, go give some love to Lyrae. I'll see you guys tonight, hopefully. But yeah, bye!